my YouTube channel,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to share it on MeWe. Let's get the election thing going.
Are you putting my name in or just Anna?
Your MeWe username.
Okay.
All right, we have part 2 of the candidate forum. We have Republican nominee Anna McGuire. She joins us here as we will ask her questions on the Commander-in-Chief Forum. All right. We have 3 sections we will divide this into: economy, social issues, and foreign policy.
Okay.
Let's start with economy.
Oh, please do.
All right. So,
This was not thought over much before I'm going into this, just letting you know.
all right. We will start with your opening statement.
People in struggling financially should get assistance to have a certain quality of life, but that does not mean middle or upper class. That means you are skimming by and the government is keeping you afloat. That means that should encourage the people to rise higher in their economic status, um, through work and through getting more work and through education. So I don't think the government should give very much money to people in need, but enough to keep them uh, afloat until they can, but not enough so that people are intentionally just riding the system the whole time. Because people definitely play the system and just get money and they're living just fine. So,
All right. As you filling you all in, Anna McGuire is the new Republican nominee after Epideli dropped out. The RNC has replaced the nominees. It suits them better, I guess, because they have an active nominee. So, with 2 weeks left, how do you expect to win? You have to have a lot of campaign rallies and everything. How do you expect to win?
I will have the most compelling argument. I am here for everybody, and I encourage people to work for what they have. And if you're not going, sorry, I feel people should have a quality of life that they worked for that they can be proud of.
All right. Now let's go to economy. Should the minimum wage be increased?
What is it currently?
At this moment in time, it is about $9.
Per hour?
Yeah.
No, it should not be increased.
All right. Let's go to taxes. Should we increase the corporate tax?
The corporate tax. What is it currently?
Currently, it's like 25%.
No, we should not.
All right. What are your thoughts on Obamacare? Should we repeal it? And if so, what should we change it to?
Asking the deep cutting questions here, Joe. I think Obama's reign over this country, not that he's obviously being that he is not still in power, His
Um,
systems.
in this is the 2016 election. This is like historical, so keep that in mind. Sorry.
Okay. I think he should not be putting systems in place for that will make him that will continue past his presidency, because then that will cause issues. I think he should upkeep the country while he is in office, and he should try to better it. I think he could have put other systems in place that aren't Obamacare that other presidents could uphold and make changes to. I think Obamacare was something that was trying to find the correct word, was manipulative and a poor choice,
All right, and why is that?
because it keeps him in relevance beyond his term in office,
All right.
and it's causing issues amongst people
And
even once he's no longer in
but
office.
like, what's your solution? What's your alternative?
I think there are ways to transfer. I think we should transfer people that are on Obamacare to another system, and they should these people should, sorry, it is late. I think these people should be taken care of, but not by the government. I don't think the government should be in all aspects of our lives. If I was not running on the Republican ticket, I would be running on the Libertarian ticket. Even that is not a thing momentarily. That's not in the picture. I think the government should have less control, and I think people should have to take care of themselves and find ways to care for themselves.
All
If
right.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Our next question is your tax plan. What is your tax plan?
I think the tax rate should increase the more money you make, but not by very much, because people that are high up economically,
So we should raise taxes on the rich. What happened?
sorry, I'm not sure. Are we still
All right.
live?
Yeah, we're still alive.
Okay. I think people who are high up economically, not always, but usually deserve to be there because they are hard workers, whether it be through education or just through hard work. And I think we should promote that and not charge their taxes an extreme amount, definitely a higher percentage than people who are barely getting by
Well, yeah,
or
but like,
lower middle class.
well, yeah, that's basically our current tax system. But like, should we raise taxes on the rich?
No, I don't think so. That's where I was going with that. I think the upper class tax should be a little bit higher of a percentage than the lower middle class tax, but it shouldn't be like it shouldn't be like 50% more. That would be insane. I don't think that's
All right.
fair for the people that
So,
strive and work and are thriving in the
do you
upper class.
believe in supply side economics, Reaganomics, where um, where we cut taxes on the rich, and the belief is that it will trickle down to the middle class and lower class, or something?
If we are to do what?
If we lower taxes on the rich, then somehow it will trickle down to the middle and lower class. Do
No,
you
I don't
believe in
agree with
that?
that.
Huh?
No, I don't. I do not.
So you do not believe in supply side economics, Reaganomics, the core GOP uh, uh, platform since Ronald Reagan.
I'm not very educated in the subject. I'm not going to lie to you about that. I am completely making most of this up, as I'm sure you can tell. I'm not going to lie to you about that, Joseph.
It's JP.
JP, I apologize. I think exactly what I said about Noma, because I'm the only beautiful girl in the house. I'm debating at the moment.
Oh, you want to debate?
Yeah, I'm destroying for the Republican Party. Everybody's loving this.
I don't know. All right, let's go to another question. So, our environment. Many people say climate change is big, it's coming, and it's going to be bad. But at the same
Yes.
time, there are other people who say it's overblown and coal miners are going to lose their jobs and we won't have the best sources of fuel. Do you stand with the coal miners or the environmentalists?
The environmentalists.
That's very interesting. All right. Do you support unions so basically,
Do I support unions?
yeah.
Yes, I know what they are, and yes, I support unions.
So does that mean you oppose right to work?
No, everybody has a right to work.
You do not. You don't know what right to work is, do you?
I most certainly don't. I told you I wasn't prepared coming into this.
basically it means that like people in a job that has a union, they don't have to pay dues for it. That's what right to work is.
No, I don't think they should have to pay for it.
All right. You're making some union people angry here, but we'll go with
Oh,
that.
I most certainly am.
This is
I'm
very
pretty good at making
interesting.
people minorly upset.
All right, let's move to social policies.
In a sense, I'm very similar to Donald Trump. I'm not very politically correct. I'm definitely not good at this, but hey.
All right.
All right, social policies.
All right. So, this very big Supreme Court decision came. This bakery, there was this gay couple that were like ordering a cake, and the cake baker refused to serve them because they were LGBT. But is it the cake baker's right to deny service, or is it the LGBT couple's right to not be discriminated against?
It's the LGBT couple's right not to be discriminated against.
All right.
Being an LGBT person myself, I completely side.
All right. Now let's go to another question.
With the parties.
So, are you pro-life or pro-choice, and why?
Pro-choice, but up to a certain point. I think before 6 months, uh, there should be a choice. You should have the choice to abort or not. I think after 6 months, the fetus is too developed, and then killing it would be
All right.
wrong. It would be
So
morally
I don't
wrong.
even need to ask you the next question if you would appoint judges who would overturn Roe v. Wade.
Don't know what that is.
It's a Supreme Court decision that basically
Either I completely misheard you
it's a
or I don't
Supreme
know what
Court
it is.
decision that basically makes abortion legal.
Oh, when they can kill the baby right before it, as long as it isn't crowning, I think the
It
law
basically
is.
makes abortion legal. That's what Roe v. Wade was.
No, I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. I agree with what I said, and that is where I stand on the topic.
Yeah. Very interesting that we have a pro-choice Republican running, who doesn't who doesn't like supply side economics, and it's very weird. But let's go to our next question.
Like I said, if I had to choose a party to run under, it would not be Republican, but because we only have a Democratic and a space for a Republican candidate, Republican would have to be the side that I side with. But I I would classify myself as a libertarian, but that is not a ticket to run underneath at the moment.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be talking to us at the candidate forum if you were a libertarian.
I most certainly would not.
You get like 2% of the vote or something like that.
Oh, yeah, very little.
Yeah. Anywho, next question. So, do you support legalizing marijuana?
Yes. Bless you. Bless you.
Sorry. Do you support banning assault rifles?
Yes.
Really?
hmm
Oh.
I think there should be circumstances, but for the general public, yeah, no, I don't agree with assault rifles.
All right. Wow. You know you need to appeal to the conservative base if you want to win, right?
Hmm. Hey, then maybe I just won't win.
See, this is what I mean when you're economically right and socially left.
Yes.
All right, let's move to our next question. Do you support affirmative action?
Elaborate. I told you, Joe. I don't know any of these terms. I have a feeling you should just tell me what all these things are.
You know what? Let's just move to another question because affirmative action is kind of a complex topic.
All right.
Um,
Sorry, I'm too tired and not very good at this, so
do
I'm
you think that there is a bit of racism in the police? With shooting, shooting black people. There's with Ferguson and
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
do you think there is any racism going on, and how are you going to help bridge us trusting our police officers again?
I think there definitely is a little bit of racism, but that is not with every police officer. Definitely not every police officer thinks exactly the same. Um, but I think there should be a morality and mental stability test that all police officers should have to pass before being instated as an officer. And
All
I
right.
think that could be a system we could implement.
All right. Let's go to. Do you support legalizing prostitution?
No.
All right. Well, that's your first socially right response. um, all right. Let's go to foreign policy. Do you think we should increase military spending or decrease military spending?
Um, can I say leave it the way it is?
All right. I guess.
I will not touch it. I will not touch the military's spending.
All right. Um, how do you plan to defeat uh, ISIS?
Oh gosh. How do I plan to defeat ISIS? Well, that's a morally loaded question I didn't expect to get
Oh,
during this.
hey, you're the commander in chief. Well, you're running to be the commander in chief.
It'll be a damn good one.
I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna say whose side I'm on right now,
I know it's most certainly not me, so that's okay.
I'm gonna say this. This forum has really like shifted me towards making my mind up on who to vote for. It could either be a good thing because I may have shifted towards voting for you, but it may have been a bad thing because I may have shifted towards voting for a Democrat.
That's okay. I don't know what I'm talking about, and there was no other Republican candidate that was active. So, you know what? I figured I'd try it. It's not a big deal. I'm not actually getting instated as anything. So,
Wow. I mean, at least voters care about honesty, and you're a very honest politician.
I'm a very honest politician. If I'm anything, I am honest.
Yes. Let's go to.
I am a person just like everybody else. I am not above, and I believe I am running for the people and the general what the general well-being of the people. I think I can improve that.
All right. Let's go to our next question here. Um, do you support a border wall?
It's a loaded question yet again. No, I don't.
All right. Do you support a ban of refugees entering our country? Why not?
Absolutely not. I think if somebody is seeking refuge because they are in a form of danger and they need to be taken in, I feel like we should assist them.
All right. Do you support abolishing sanctuary cities?
Yes, because they go completely against the law of the laws of our country. The I think the law of the country should go over the law of the state, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But these cities, these sanctuary cities, are breaking those laws, and I think that is an issue that definitely needs to be dealt with.
All right. Um, so how do you feel about your opponent Troy Hay being endorsed by Mayor Bill de Blasio. He has he's in a bit of a scandal here. He's considered a socialist mayor. He is he takes bribes from union bosses, although he swears he doesn't. Yeah, right, Bill. But what do you think of his endorsement of Troy Hay?
I think some corrupt people are endorsing my opponent, and I think that I will have the general well-being of the citizens in mind more than he will.
All right. Do you condemn the endorsement of David Duke?
Don't know who that is.
Oh my God, leader of the KKK.
No, what the hell? No. He's an awful person. He's an evil person.
All right, that's good. I think we can
Thank you.
all agree on that.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that he is an evil, evil man.
Yes. Yeah, you're supposed to like condemn racists, but like, you know.
I don't think I I think everybody should oppose racism. I think racism should be
Yeah,
I don't think it should be a concept anymore. I think we should all work past that.
yeah, yeah.
And no, nobody should be killed because of their color, sexual orientation, um,
All right.
gender, any of that.
Let's go to our next question. Um, so, um, where are you heading for campaign stops in these next 2 weeks?
We will be going to New York City.
How would what? New York's not a battleground, but okay.
Well, it will be now. We are going. You have to preach to the masses, Joe. There are a lot of people over there.
Well, I. All right. Closing statement here. What is your final thing to say to voters? You have like 2 minutes.
Vote for me to live free, honestly. I think I will have the well-being of the citizens in mind more than my opponent, and I think I am working for complete equality, and I am supporting education and happiness amongst as many people as humanly possible, because if there's nothing else, I mean, if you're not happy, then life isn't even worth living. So
All right. That ends our broadcast here. Best of luck to you, Republican candidate Anna McGuire. She is running against Troy Hay here. We shall see what happens. I hope for a close race. This should be interesting. Very interesting race.